Okay, so these are the cameras that we have in this class. We have 3 of them that are in a case, and we have 2 older ones that are not in a case and actually have the bottom being held together by duct tape, but they still take great pictures. So when you get one of these cameras, there's a snap at the bottom. You open it up, and then the case will dangle from the bottom of the camera. Notice that there is a strap. This strap, when you're out in the hallways, you should always have this wrapped around your neck, okay? The other the cameras without the case rather, just have this wrist strap, and you tie that around your wrist so that you can take pictures. Now, in order to turn it on, there is an on-off button here at the front, and when you turn it on, then the lens pops out. And this here is the dial that has all the different settings. Let me move that in a little bit closer. All right, so the green one that's pointing at that dot right now, that is the automatic setting that you're going to use most of the time, okay? There are some other settings on here to do fully programmable, aperture, shutter speed, manual, etc., etc. There's even one for video. Now, when you are on the fully automatic or any of the others, this button right here is what you need to press to take a picture. You simply click it down and you'll hear the shutter go. When you're on the automatic, the flash will pop up only if necessary. If you're in the other modes, you can program it to where the flash goes up or down depending on what you're trying to do. This button over here at the right you won't use unless you are in more advanced settings. If you have it set to go to video, then this button back here is what you need to press to record video. You'll see that it says recording, and then you press it again to stop. In order to play back either video that you have taken or to review photos, you see a little play button here, and you see a trash can down here, and this trash can will allow you to delete just the image, multiple images, or all images on a specific date. Every time you return the camera, you need to get your pictures off the camera, and then you need to delete what is there so that nobody else is able to use them. Now, you'll notice that there is a dial back here. Whoops, let me get out of that. All right, and because it's in automatic, I cannot set up the flash or change the flash settings, but if I went to a different one, like the scene, I would be able to, oh, maybe not the scene, maybe not that scene, but some of the other ones you can set up the flash as you want. Over on the left of this dial, we have where we can have it on single shooting. Next is continuous shooting. And that means when you hold the shutter button down at the top, it will continuously take photos. You have here bracket, which allows you to take photos with different settings. You have a 10-second self-timer, a 2-second self-timer, a self-portrait 1-person timer, 2 people, continuous shooting, and then bracket with the self-timer. So you have lots of different settings, and you need to know where they are. You have the menu down here, which does have some different settings. However, you probably are not going to adjust these because I should have them set up to how we'll use them in the classroom. All right, now I'm going to turn this off a second. Down at the bottom, let me move this. You're going to see this screw right here. This is where you screw in the tripod when you want to take pictures and keep the camera very still. So I have a tripod here, and notice right here, there we go. Here is the screw that goes in. This is the knob that tightens it. Okay? We have 3 other knobs on this tripod. This one out here to the side will allow you to pan left and right. This one here allows you to tilt up and down. This one here will allow you to tilt the camera. Okay? And you have to make sure that you get those secure on there before you get to use. So when you want to get the tripod, whoops, it's hard to do when you're trying not to hit the camera. There we go. And I'm tightening it in there. Okay, so you can see it's not going to move. The case will flip to the back, and the camera is secure. Now, always make sure when you carry it, carry the camera and the tripod. And when you're done, remove the camera from the tripod. There we go. And you'll see on this side of the camera, up at the top, it says multi. There is a port right here. And we have chargers that have a cord. This cord will go into here. And you can plug this in to charge it, or actually I'll charge it. Or if you remove this, this plugs into the back of your computer. Then you have to turn the camera on, and you'll be able to copy pictures from the SD card onto your computer. Now, don't remove the SD card from the bottom. Use this cord to do that, okay? That way we keep the SD cards in the camera at all times. You'll never have to remove the case, okay? Because the case will always, or the camera will be able to be accessed here from this port for all your needs. And then when you're done, you make sure the camera is off. Never push in on this lens. That will damage the lens. And then you can snap this shut. Return the camera and the cord to me, and I'll check to make sure everything is okay before you leave. Cameras always need to be turned in before class ends, so you have to make sure you give yourself enough time to download your files from the camera and delete your files from the camera.